G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the north side of the map, well, the west side of the map realistically. It is Marine Lord in the red playing as the English. And on the south side of the map playing as the French in blue, we've got Puppy Paw. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 in your first semi-final. For the road to Red Bull Wololo, this is the final weekly that is going to be happening in August. Make sure you jump along, check out EGC TV this weekend because we're going to be having the monthly 15 GMT Saturday and Sunday. So put that one in your schedules. I'm going to be out there casting. Lots of guys are going to be out there casting as well. Probably, I suspect. Lots of people casting. It's a thing that happens. People like to cast. I'll be casting with Lidicor. And if you want to check that out, then hey, come over, say good day. Now let's talk a little bit about this game and about what we've got in front of us because, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a classic matchup that we are seeing on this map once again. Now, we saw Marine Lord up against Vortex on this map in this same matchup where Vortex went for a very interesting opener where he basically just ignored water. He didn't even go for water and went for a super duper early age up 3 minutes 30, something ludicrous like that. Now, Puppy Paw not going to be doing the same thing, not going to be making the same mistake. 6 villagers on wood, just going to be opening with some early fishing boats. Marine Lord over on the other side, going to be doing the same thing. So both players rushing that dock, getting out there as quickly as they can. 4 villagers on food, rather 3 villagers on food. There's one out here on the, or next to the dock. It looks like we've got a single scout opening for Marine Lord for Puppy Paw. It's going to be the same thing. So double or single scout openings for both of these players. And don't you just hate this? Don't you just hate this? Oh my lord. When the enemy scout is slightly ahead of your scout and it's like, hey, any sheep for me? And Marine Lord's like, yeah, I got 17, bro. And Puppy Paw's like, I got 2. This is not fun. He picks up an 18th sheep right outside the town center. Puppy Paw just trying to cut the apex off. Oh, geez, I feel like I'm watching the Formula 1 right now, and Lewis Hamilton's unfortunately winning again for the 12th season in a row. Calm down, F1 frogs. It's been a while since I've watched F1. I don't know if he's still winning. I got bored after he won like the 5th season in a row. I just said, you know what? I'm not going to watch it anymore. I'm just going to assume he wins every race for the rest of time. I know that I know that he doesn't. I know. I see the Reddit sometimes, the posts come through. But let's talk a little bit about what we expect to see this game. Now, of course, this map, Holy Island, it is particularly holy because of the sacred site that spawns over here on the in this little spot. We've got 2 big gold veins out here as well. Sometimes you get a relic that spawns out here. It's going to be 5 relics on land. So that's the reason why it's called Holy Island, because you've got that island and it's extra holy. Puppy Paw now going to be adding in the gold, looking to age up, still training out plenty of fishing boats. He's up to 3. Now, one of the big factors in this matchup is going to be the water, the way that the water fights. Now, we've got the English who have had a couple of changes to their water recently. So let's talk a little bit about that. So number 1 is you've got Admiralty, which I think it has been called by me before Admiralty. Admiralty, that is definitely it. So the English used to get a bonus of +1 range, and their fishing boats, or rather their boats, used to have a technology, Admiralty, which would reduce the cost by 10%. Now, the developers switched that around. They said, well, no one's really getting that, and it doesn't really make sense, right? Like, why would you invest, say, 200 resources in getting cheaper boats when you could just make the boats instead? And so people would never get the upgrade. And so now, all of a sudden, the English have got cheaper boats that they start with. It says civilization bonus. Every boat's cheaper. You get a cheap boat. You get a cheap boat. Everyone gets a cheap boat. And Admiralty has been changed to be a +1 range bonus for your vessels. Now, this is pretty big, especially when you consider that the French player on the other side of the map has got Hulks, and Hulks, notorious for their long range, should enable the English player, Marine Lord, in the north to have a little bit more strength over on the water. Now, no, I'm curious if we get any Abbey of the Kings shenanigans. We're probably not. I just hope that one day we do see it. I would really love to see Abbey of Kings on the shoreline. I don't think people have caught on to it. Abbey of Kings on the shoreline, it's going to be totally poggers. So essentially what happens is you just drop the Abbey of Kings right here. And that's going to heal up your boats and enable you to sort of go in, go out. And you can use that as a pretty decent staging point just because Abbey of Kings heals boats. And the developers made that very clear when they buffed it up last time. So we've got the beginnings of warfare. Scout out on the map, looking to try and prevent this dock from going up. Not going to have any luck. We do see his Marine Lord's got it rallied out towards this this fishing patch. Scout just looking to see if he can spot where that that landmark is on the progression. Doesn't actually spot it out, but we can see Puppy Paw's quite a way away ahead. Now, keep in mind, you got the defender's advantage here. So if you're at this point, 5 minutes into the game, and your enemy has still not aged up, you're fine. You're okay. Because you know that it's going to take time for your enemy to get their goods over to your side of the map. Scout continuing to run in. He sees that there's 4 villagers here on gold. Not a lot of villagers on gold. It's looking like... Okay, sorry, 5 villagers on gold. So, yeah, it's a pretty standard amount of villagers on gold. Normally, you'd expect to see a little bit more. Now, it's probably going to be a bit of early aggression, Royal Knight, and then into a Hulk. Let's see if that's going to be the case. You can see he's actually got this pretty well macroed here. I did note that there wasn't enough villagers on gold, and we can see that now coming to fruition. He's struggling, and now I'm going to pull out more villagers. Now that's looking a little bit more likely, or a little bit more like an attack on the water. Does a forced drop off, trying to get enough gold there. He's short by 2 gold. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. There we go. Now does another forced drop. Marine Lord reaches the feudal age 5 minutes and 55 seconds in. Spearman going to be coming out for him. At the same time, up towards the north, we do see the first of the military vessels for Marine Lord. It's going to be a galley that comes out. I'm curious as to whether he looks to get any of these upgrades. English on water, notoriously strong against everybody except for the French. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they stack up here in the last game. If you guys did miss it, well, spoiler alert, Puppy Paw was or did defeat Marine Lord. So this is match point right now. If Marine Lord loses this game, he is out. He is gone, skis. The tournament, he is kicked out. Well, it's not the tournament, but in this week's tournament. There's like a couple of mini tournaments that are held. Every week they hold a mini tournament. And yeah, I mean, this is it, right? This is it. So now, for the moment, Puppy Paw just chills out. Outpost going to be coming down for him. Only 1 villager building that outpost. This could be a little bit concerning. I don't know if he realized he was under attack just not too long ago. First galley coming out. We also see a Hulk moving out for Puppy Paw, taking it very slow, and it's going to be a horseman that comes out for Puppy Paw. A second horseman also moving out. The outpost not going to be successful, and with the outpost getting prevented, we see that Puppy Paw are going to have to move out over onto another gold vein. So going to slow him down a little bit here. Marine Lord going to be adding in a second galley. He's still got more galleys in queue. The third galley coming through now as well. So Marine Lord looking pretty damn decent at this point. The defense looking good. Now, keep in mind the galleys, while they might not be as strong as the Hulks on the open ocean, they are quite a bit faster. 1.38 tiles versus 1.12. So basically think of like a palace guard versus a men-at-arms. That's the kind of difference that we got in speed out here. By the same token, though, you got palace guard armor versus, or palace guard strength versus the men-at-arms strength. You'd rather have the men-at-arms in a straight-up fight. Villagers defending themselves against the Royal Knight. A couple of spearmen going to be moving up towards this position to prevent any further raids from coming in. Spearmen getting off a nice little... Oh, I don't know what happened there. It looked like the charge went off and the skewer didn't go through. I don't know what happened there. I think he may have moved the spearman at the last second and it took all the charge damage. That's a bit wild. I got to double check now because yeah, 29 damage and the spearman took 29 damage. So he must have moved it or like... I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but it took full damage. Galleys over on the south side, going to fall back when they realize that there's just too many units out there for them. The spin to win, going to be preventing it. Look at the 6 tiles of range here, 100 ballista damage. They get absolutely eaten alive, 6 shot by these Hulks. They got to be so careful around them. And now going to be falling back. You can see they've only got the 5 tiles of range. He's really got to try and work on those numbers. And now we see that the galleys are coming out for Marine Lord. He's going to be adding in plenty. And I'm curious exactly how he looks to play this one out, whether he tries to take advantage of his enemy pushing out now. We can see that Puppy Paw still yet to add in a second dock. It's just going to be the single dock for him. He's going to keep rallying up these Hulks. But where does he go from here? What does he do on the water? How does he look to push this advantage that he's got? Hulk with only 2 armor. Did get nerfed quite a few months ago. I'm going to go with 4 months ago the Hulk got nerfed and got taken out from that S tier position and moved down to the A tier. It's still very, very good. Now the Hulks, got to be careful fighting in amongst these docks because one of the big factors is when you're doing spin to win, I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but they will prioritize the docks over the boats. And now moving forward, he's looking to try and take out that dock. At the same time back here, we've actually got a galley that's looking to pick off a couple of fishing boats. He's able to repel the Hulks. It's a 2 against 4 situation, so plenty of resources stacked in favor of Marine Lord, and he's going to be able to successfully repel this. Now, how do you have the Abbey of Kings right here? These bad boys would be healing up almost immediately to full health, and he could push out straight away. Now, obviously, he's still going to be able to heal these guys up in the dock. You can see them slowly but steadily healing up, but it's going to take time. I think it works out to be about 100 health every 30 seconds, something like that. But now, Marine Lord, once again, pushing out towards the enemy base. Going to be forced back away from a retreat. Puppy Paw knows there's units out here, looking to try and find out some of the back line. Spearman going to turn around at the perfect time. Archer's going to be able to get off a volley towards it. And slowly and steadily, these guys look to fight it out on land as well. Marine Lord going to be on a defensive position here once again. And now, unfortunately, we can't see through the Sacred Site barrier. Even if you turn it onto cinematic mode, you still can't see. The game just likes to tell it. And I love the way that he's moving a single spear back just to stop all of this, or to try and prevent this from coming through. But now the Archer numbers have begun to increase. The consequence of going for that Council Hall was that, well, you can make Longbowmen looking decent, but at the same time, not enough spears here, and they're definitely going to get picked off by the Archers. So, unfortunately, Puppy Paw, once again, doing a pretty decent job here at taking out Marine Lord. Marine Lord manages to hold on. I don't know where exactly those horsemen went, but they just vanished in the split second. 6 of the world's finest galleys have come through now. Now, for Marine Lord, you'd expect to see +1 coming through any second, and there the +1 is. Beautiful timing on that +1. Oh my lord, I can't believe that. So we got Marine Lord with the +1. That's going to give him +1 on the galleys, as well as +1 on the Longbowmen. So very, very nice timing here for him. He'll be able to push out with this. Now, one of the things I'd love to see him also get, there it is, Admiralty coming through, ladies and gentlemen. It is the unique English tech. We're finally getting to see it have some play in competitive environments for Hulks down on the south side, up against the galleys on the north side. These guys have got their +1 ranged attack in, almost got their Admiralty in. Could this be it? Could we finally see the tides turning on the Admirals? Could we potentially? That is going to be the question, and now Marine Lord going to have to be forced back away from this. Could this be? Now, my theory is this is a busted. My theory is genuinely that this is a busted technology. It is insanely good. No other civilization gets this. It's only the English, and basically just puts them at S tier on water. If we're talking about S tier fights on water, it immediately makes them S tier, and it's not because of the galley. It's actually because of the Hulk, because their Hulk goes from 6 range to 7 range. So it means when you're doing spin to win, that the back line of Hulks can also fire off. It means that you've just got basically guaranteed shots on your enemy when they're not making their full shots. And it just means over time that you will pull that out. Admiralty is now through. Marine Lord looking to get +1 ranged armor. Not going to really affect him now, but looking to try and defend on this position. He's got the Admiralty through that 6 range, and look at him just shredding through the Hulk. Absolutely taking no prisoners, and now looking to chase down his enemy. He's got the speed, he's got the range, he's got everything on his side, but he doesn't have the spin on his side. That is one good point. Right now, Marine Lord just absolutely cleaning house on the water. Look at the Admiralty take over. He makes sure that he just can take every single one of these boats down, cleaning house completely. Oh, Marine Lord, do it to him slowly, baby. Look at that, and at the same time pushing onto the gold. Gold villagers going to be in trouble, and you know what else is in trouble? Those damn Hulks. And look at the fishing boats moving forward like, hey, give me some of that love, Papa. Unfortunately, calling people Papa isn't the best way to get love from them, unless you're into that sort of thing. But now the galleys have completely taken control of this game. Marine Lord going to be winning water for sure. We see a couple of units get thrown away, but to be honest, Marine Lord doesn't even care. And now the raid down to the south, completely ignored by Puppy Paw. He doesn't even see it. Villager count, 46 for Puppy Paw, 48 for Marine Lord. He's evened it up a little bit. But now those galleys moving down quickly. Look how quick. He's got full upgrades on this. He's got 1.58 movement speed. He's got the additional sails. He's pumping out upgrades on these fully upgraded English galleys. I'm calling it now. English on hybrid maps, S plus tier. That is a lot of S's. That is a lot of pluses. And now going to be able to clean up the water economy. We see the galleys coming down. There's a couple more reinforcing up the rear. In the rear with the gear. He's added in a third dock, and it's just going to be fishing boats all the way home. This is going to be very tough for Puppy Paw to hold on. And we can see that the galleys now standing on top of the production. Well, sitting on top of the production, they don't really stand. They're kind of sailing on top of the production. It's going to make all the difference. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the era of Admiralty. It is here. It is upon us. And Marine Lord, once again, just being annoying. But Puppy Paw, nowhere to be seen. Look at him on his side of the map. He's got a knight back here. He doesn't mind. He's yet to really get any good use out of it. Unfortunately, the villagers have gone down. Villager count at 36 versus 57 for Marine Lord. He's triple dock booming over on the other side. That's a big boy boom. A big boy boat boom if I've ever seen one. He's cleaned up the entire water economy. And good game gets called. Marine Lord is back on the board. one apiece. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be heading into game number 3 shortly, so don't go anywhere. If you're watching this on YouTube, which of course you are, this is exclusive for YouTube. It'll be coming up the next video uploaded, so check out EGC TV this weekend, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.